was called to come and diagnose this. I was called to come and program this vehicle. It's a Malibu 2016 Malibu. So I'll be using the SPS to program the system, and I'll be using it with my MaxiVCI V100 to program it. So now I will let the Java and everything read up so that I can start the programming. So you go to their site LCDoco and you click with a subscription. You go to SPS, then you start with the SPS. So it will download the SPS file and you click on it, then it will start loading. So now it's loading the Java before the programming software will come up itself. And this is a real-time programming, like the time it will take for you to do programming on a new BCM. And this is a new BCM, so the ignition can be turned on. You can't turn on the ignition. So I'll wait for the software to load. You can't turn on the car's ignition and you can't switch it on, so you can see it's loading now. So I'll wait for it to load now. So let's say approximately it will take almost from setting up the software and programming, but the programming will take like 5 minutes depending on the file. And this one we are doing a new BCM, so it will take much longer for the programming. From the time it will download the file from the server and the time it will upload it onto the BCM, so it's still loading and extracting the files. So when it comes here, you select J252 and you go to reprogramming, replacing and programming ECU. Then you move to next for the next page to come. So with this one, you select Chevrolet. You select the GM car and the year. So it's 2016 Malibu. So you select 2016. Then you go, it's a passenger vehicle. So you go to passenger, then you select Malibu. So the Malibu, they are having two types, limited. So here you select MaxiFlash Bluetooth, which is the first one. The MaxiFlash Bluetooth, which is the first one, which is the same as the MaxiVCI V100. So after selecting it, to communicate with it, and because it is a brand new BCM, you can't open the ignition. So because of that, the machine is not able to extract the VIN number from the PCM. So with this one, you enter the VIN number into the software, so that you enter the VIN number into the software so that it will give you the right calibration numbers and everything from the server. So I'll enter the VIN number into the section where they've written the VIN. But if it was an update of the calibration file, with that one, the moment I click on the pass-through device that I've selected, it will enter into the, like it will extract the VIN number because the key is on. So this one, I'll select the BCM and select programming and I'll select the normal, then go to next. Then from next, it will take me to another page telling me, so now it's communicating with the the pass-through device, which is the MaxiVCI V100. So it's communicating with it. Now it's going to it's sending query to the BCM to get information from the BCM. So now the server sends me to the next page, which is the calibration files that I need to select, or the calibration number that I need to select to continue my programming. So I'll click on next because it has selected all the calibration file I needed, and it's a blank BCM. So you can see it has selected everything. So I'll go to next. Then there is the calibration number, the current, and the new one that I'll be installing on it. So the ID, the current, then the new one, the update that I'm doing. So I'll go to next. I'm just checking through and see if everything is okay. I'll go to next. Then it will download the file onto the laptop. Then after downloading it onto the laptop, now it will communicate with the BCM through the pass-through to make sure there is communication. Then it will start the programming through the protocol, and this car is using a CAN protocol. So it communicates through the pass-through device using the CAN protocol of the BCM, and the CAN protocol is up because the hazard is on. So now it starts to program, it starts to push the downloaded file onto the BCM through the pass-through device. So we'll wait for a while, and this is the real time, the time it will take for the BCM to complete, for the car to so I didn't skip this video because I wanted us to know the time it will take for us to like program one, to program a new BCM using the SPS. So this is how slow is going, and you can see the number of bytes that I have to upload onto the BCM, which we call programming. So now I'm uploading the calibration data onto the from the laptop, no more from the server because it has been downloaded already. So now it's uploading it from the laptop onto the BCM through the pass-through device, and using the CAN protocol, which is one of the protocol. I'll make a video on it teaching how the protocol works, or how vehicle communicate with the pass-through device, and how the pass-through device communicates with the PC to get information from the control modules on the vehicle. So now it's uploading the files to the BCM, which we call reprogramming. So we are reprogramming the file on it. So that means the ones on it, we are now putting a new file onto the BCM. So we wait for that minute. So it took almost like 5 minutes for us to finish the programming. It was not even up to 5 minutes for us to finish with the programming. And because I was using my laptop with no power cable, so I needed to be quick on it so that I can be able, so that my battery doesn't run out whilst I'm programming. I wanted to know the real time, the time it will take for me to do that, so that in case next time I know the percentage of my battery and I know the kind of job I can do or what I can do. So as the progress bar continues to go up, telling me the files are being uploaded onto the BCM. So now what I'll be praying, I'll be hoping for it doesn't go off, my laptop doesn't go off, or I don't lose communication with the PCM, because as at now it's uploading the file, and anything that distracted can damage my BCM. So I'll just wait for a while for it to finish uploading the file onto the BCM. Then I'll follow 1 or 2 instructions to complete the programming. So whenever the programming is done, it will tell me the programming is done. So it's left with some few seconds for the programming to be done. And this is how you program every GM vehicle, whether it's a blank module, or it's a used module, or you are updating the data on the module, BCM, TCM, PCM, ABS, whether you are. So this is the procedure you pass through for all. So you select them, then you move on. So now the reprogramming it's almost done. So you can see the progressing bar is done, and now it's giving me a couple of procedures I have to follow for the PCM to be completed, for the BCM to be completed programmed. So I'll wait for a while. So it's asking me to turn off the key and turn it back on, because now the BCM is programmed. So I can now turn on the key and turn it off. So I'll do that and press OK. Then it will move to the next procedure. So it's like after programming the BCM, there are some steps you have to take. So now I'm moving to the next one, which says do not step on the brake, do not press the brake pedal. So this is another procedure. So it's like anytime you finish programming a BCM, you have to go through a procedure. So this one you can say you have to go through a procedure to make sure. So now the BCM itself is programmed, the key comes on, and everything is working. But I have to go through this procedure for the software to tell me it is completely programmed. So it's like you programming a PCM for this vehicle. After programming it, after programming the PCM, you have to do crank relay. That's what is doing now. So now the BCM is programmed successful. So I had an error here, and it's an error concerning the brake. So it will redo it again with the SPS, and it's not any major error. It will redo it again. It will redo the brake calibration again, and because of the machine, so now it's completed, and it's telling me the PCM is programmed successful, the odometer is programmed successful, and the brake position relay is programmed successfully. So that means I'm done programming. So I'll click on OK. I'll click on OK. So this means that I've successfully programmed the BCM for this vehicle. So now I'm able to open the ignition, and this is what I'll keep for telling my client that the job has been done successfully, and the warranty, they gave me the warranty code. So I'll keep this screen and give it to the client. So now I'll go back, and I'm done programming. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and support the channel so that we can make more educative videos.